Hello YouTube, this is the Venomite skill with my favourite twins.
And I want you to do me and everybody else a favor and check out Wrestling Geeks on Fleek.
Right now you're watching Geeks on Fleek. Check it out, Wrestling Geeks on Fleek. You don't want to miss it. You're watching Wrestling Geeks on Fleek. YouTuber. If he has the best taste of professional wrestlers around. Make him subscribe, make him follow, show a lot of love to them. I love the positive comments, keep that comment. You guys are wonderful wrestling fans. Please be support them. This is the two best wrestling fans in the business.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Wrestling Geeks on Fleek. As always, I'm so Kelsey.
I'm so Chelsea.
And before we get into it, make sure you're subscribing down below. Press, if it is red, that means you're not subscribed to us. But you should be, so you guys can also know we post videos every Sunday. Latest is Monday, but every week there'll be episodes from the famous TNA twins, the wrestling twins, the Ring of Honor twins, the famous twins who are always the poster twins. We're always at a lot of wrestling shows, but row with our posters. That's what got us known as our posters in the front row at TNA. And now here we are making videos with over 4,000 subscribers. So please hit the red subscribe button if you're not subscribed. You'll have to click the little bell icon so you can get notified when our videos are up so you don't miss them. Because every week we do a different topic. And of course, it's about wrestling. And as you guys know, we show you guys, when we go to Ring of Honor events, TNA, NXT, other indie events, we're bringing you guys with us so we can show you from a fan perspective what it's like. And so also, please check out Monteasy Moore. He is a guy that sings our intro song called Roman Reigns' Heart of a Warrior. And all his information will be down below as well. So please buy the song. He also had a John Cena Triumphant song. And he is also the co-host of Store Talk with Killshot, a.k.a. Shane Strickland, from Lucha Underground and many other indie companies and matches and amazing stuff. And that's available on the High Spots. All the information will be down below as well, so you guys can check their videos out. So watch us, then go watch them, then it'll be a happy universe. And so this week, as you guys know, when we started watching wrestling, we were young little kids, that was many moons ago. But we all have that one wrestler that we saw that made us love wrestling. Like, you can, whenever you're a kid, you just see wrestlers fighting in the ring. But there's always that one that you stayed up past your bedtime at 8 o'clock just so you can see him before you went to sleep.
You gravitated just towards him. You don't really know why.
You begged your mom for his t-shirt or her t-shirt that you just wanted to wear.
Action figure, necklaces,
everything. You wanted to be just like that person. And so that's this video this week. We're going to tell you guys what was the one wrestler that we saw that kind of got us hooked on wrestling, and we absolutely love them. So I think, Chelsea, you want to go first?
Really? Me?
You go first this time, because I always go first every week.
Since we started watching wrestling at 6 years old, I remembered, the first wrestler I remembered watching, it was Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Because Jeff Hardy was the good guy. I loved how creative he was. He was just different than from, the other wrestlers, how they looked back in the day. Because he wasn't like your normal, bodybuilding wrestlers looking
muscle
dude. That's where muscular. Because back in the day we had Batista, Undertaker, Triple H, when he had long hair.
Stone Cold, Rock, Ric Flair.
But Jeff Hardy was different. And so, it wasn't really like Matt, it was just Jeff that I remembered liking. No offense, Matt Hardy, we love you. And so I just remember gravitating towards him, just because he was different. Then we had Randy Orton, youngest world heavyweight champion winner at the age of 24. I remember seeing him with the whole Evolution. I was with Evolution. I never got to own any of their merchandise as a kid, because I guess my mom was like, you can't really like the heels.
Our mom, back when we were kids, we didn't really have wrestling shirts yet, because I think it was, you had to order stuff from, the catalog, so we got the WWE Shop catalog every month.
I still have the catalog.
Yeah, we still have the catalog.
I have the paper catalog still. We'll show that in the next video.
And that's how you either ordered through them, or you order it over the phone.
I don't really remember there being, an actual online store.
The internet existed. It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that big of a
thing. Existed, but to go online and order wrestling shirts and other stuff that really wasn't like a thing. You order from the catalog or
same with action figures. You either bought them at the show or like that was it. You never really saw them like in Walmart or Target.
Yeah, like Walmart and Target, there wasn't really action figures available for us. Or if you got lucky, we went to a thrift store and found them. So I remember seeing Randy Orton. I fell in love. I don't know why, but I saw him and I'm just like, little like 7, 6, 7, 8-year-old me. I'm like, I'm going to marry that guy. He's going to be mine. I'm going to be Mrs. Randy Orton when I was a little kid. I like fell in love with him. And then I just like, because, you know, I was like Jeff Hardy. He was a good guy. I'm like, but I like the bad guy. You had your hero and your villain. Everyone has that one hero and that one villain.
Because I remembered watching when he won the title, when he first won, did the youngest winner ever. Then Triple H, they kicked him out of Evolution, did that whole thing. Then I remember when Randy popped out of the cake when Triple H won the title. He popped out of the cake and beat him up. I remember his whole feud with Undertaker, when him and his dad came back and they saw Undertaker in the coffin. They chokeslammed him. I really thought he was going to win, but Randy Orton did not win. I remember I lost a 25-cent bet that day. That's all I had.
Don't bet money, kids.
Do not bet against my grandfather because his picks are usually right. And so I've been a fan of Randy Orton ever since. I mean, I own like a lot of t-shirts of his cutout. I have so many action figures of his. I even had the bedding. I had Randy Orton bedding with his pillowcase and everything, and the blanket. I'm not really a fan of the blankets that they made for Christmas.
And it's a yarn fabric.
It's
and
yarn.
I hate the feeling of that.
I hated the feeling. Then it always got like knotted and stuff, but like
our dog loves it.
Yeah, our dog loves it now. My dog's a Randy Orton fan too. That was my very first wrestlers from back in the day. And then of course with the Hardys, I own so much of their merchandise. I legit had the packets.
So much Hardy merch.
I had like 20 armbands from WWE and TNA. It's just like, I don't know why I felt like I needed 20 armbands, but I was a Hardy fan. I'm like, I need 20
We
armbands.
have backpacks. We have cups.
I remember the backpacks. I had the Hardy backpack, and I had
the Randy
Orton backpack. Then I had Rey Mysterio with his little clearance, because my Randy Orton one, I was walking past a fence at school. I got caught on the fence, ripped open, and then the zipper broke on me too. So I finally had to switch to Rey Mysterio one. Then that one ripped. So then I had the DX one. Then that one finally gave out. I had duct tape on the bottom. Then finally,
I don't think I ever had a wrestler backpack.
They never made one of someone that you liked.
It was always like people that was her favorite, not my favorite. So I was like, what's the point? They're not my favorite.
No, you had the drawstring backpacks.
And the drawstring backpacks.
We had CM Punk and Hardy. Those were our first ones.
We still have the Punk and Hardy. They're still
in perfect condition to this day. Well, and the Jeff Hardy one signed.
Those are our backpacks in high school. But well, the first one it was kind of being. I remember John Cena. I was a huge keyword. I'm not a big fan favorite of him anymore.
We still like him. Respect him.
I respect what he did outside the rings, all the charities and stuff. But like my favorite, like in ring stuff, other people kind of top him. But when I was a kid, obviously I was a huge Cena fan. I had every shirt. I had the hat. I had the little necklace. I had the notebook back in high school.
I remember the notebooks. I had Randy and the Hardys too. Ironically,
I was a big Cena fan. Like
you also had the CDs.
Y'all. Okay, so fun fact: when his rapping CD came out, I still have it. I remember I went to a Walmart after Walmart to find the John Cena like rapping CD. That was like I needed to have this CD, and finally at a Target. After asking like every single worker, because no one to help me. I was a little kid, like no one helped me find the CD. Thought I was weird, and so finally we found the CD, and I think, oh, that was a happy day for me.
And fun fact, no censorship in it either.
Nope. So my mom was pleasantly happy with that.
So happy we were listening to cuss words of her favorite, that's sung by her favorite wrestler.
But he was kind of like the one wrestler that that kind of got me into it. I'm a big Cena fan. Like, the whole storyline where he got fired, I cried.
From Nexus?
from Next.
I was on Team Nexus. You were so mad at me.
I cried my heart out because I was like, oh my god, I think Russell's gonna be gone. I'll never see him again.
Because when we were kids, we actually believed.
Okay, we didn't know storylines exist in wrestling.
We were kids, guys. Kids never really believed the storylines. It's still real
to us. Obviously, now us being way older, we know the storylines.
We know storylines, kayfabe.
Being a kid, you know, I was so upset, and I thought I'll never see him again, and I never got to meet him. But one wrestler who made me love, John Cena was the one guy I saw the first time, but one wrestler that I absolutely loved, and it was CM Punk.
I love CM Punk.
I saw him back in if you guys remember, a company called ECW.
Those for all the kiddies who don't know.
Kiddies who don't know.
I feel so old.
I know. This guy walked in and he had piercings. He had tattoos.
The hair.
The long black hair. And he was CM Punk. And I was like, who is this CM Punk? And I feel absolutely in love. I was like, oh my god. And his whole wrestling style.
And his old school music.
Yeah, and the way he carried himself. He was the punk rock. And he didn't care what no one said. He didn't care if you hate him or not. But he was still going to go out there and do his best and not let anyone, what everyone says, get to him and stuff. And I absolutely loved him. And then one thing that I loved was that he was straight edge. He didn't drink, no drugs, or nothing like that. Because me and Chelsea, we don't drink. We don't do drugs, nothing like that. And us being, obviously, we're about to 24, we're obviously we don't drink and stuff, and people put wrestling and drinking together.
Or wrestling and drugs together.
So people think, oh, if you're a wrestling fan, you drink, you drugs. It's not true.
No,
but
we're just weird.
But yeah, we're just crazy. And so CM Punk, he was just so different. He was the punk rocker that, he was different. He had, the full body tattoo, and he was just simply amazing. And I remember watching the DVD special and just getting to know about CM Punk and just his whole backstory, everything. I fell in love with it because he was just so different and amazing. I fell in love with his backstory and how he got into wrestling and everything that he went through and what he's doing now. And also I watched an MMA special and I was behind him and stuff, and he was just so different, and I absolutely love CM Punk. I had his very first shirt. We had
all his shirts.
We had the little wristbands for straight edge. We had the dog tag. I had the backpack. I was in love with CM Punk, and I still am. A lot of people, are kind of iffy about CM Punk and stuff, but
I just chant his name for fun now.
I was the biggest fan of CM Punk, and hopefully one day I will get to meet him MMA.
One day.
Or something, or Chicago, I have to go to a Cubs game, I don't care. But he was one guy that, wrestling, I wanted to be like him, and obviously I'm still straight edge and stuff, and I loved him in the name Nexus, and the Straight Society. Cult of Personality, Straight Society.
Let's raise your right hand.
Do I have everybody's attention now? I hold in my hand a pipe on pow. Okay, so anyways.
Ring Rope Rebellion, right?
Ring Rope Rebellion, guys. If you gotta know them, look them up as well. They're amazing. But CM Punk was it for me, and I wish he was wrestling because I would still be right there with them, just
you never know, he might come back.
If he comes back,
stranger things have happened.
If he comes back to Ring of Honor, I'll probably have a heart attack and die. Then someone wake me back up so I can go meet him. But that is this week's episode, guys. So you guys kind of know, the first wrestlers I kind of loved and saw. Mine was John Cena, but it was mainly CM Punk is what got me attracted to it. Obviously, a lot of people probably thought I'd be like, oh, Roman Reigns, but no, Roman Reigns.
I don't think he was really wrestling when we were kids.
Roman Reigns came later on, Roman, Dean, Seth, and all them. But
AJ came around 2009, 2010.
But the main person was CM Punk. That was for me.
That was Hardy and Randy Orton.
As always, please follow me on Twitter at Kelsey13, KHELSEY13. And please subscribe down below. Check out all the links in the description. As always, sign off with signature Too Sweet. Woo! Too sweet, everyone. See ya.